Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch the Queen's Gambit episode 2. I just watched the episode 1. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. Before beginning to talk about it, I chose this show, because that's it. Now, when you are watching these reaction videos, I finished to post my reaction videos about The Haunting of Bly Manor, so I have the time to edit new videos about a new show, and I wanted a short one, which lasts, just one season, because soon Vikings is gonna be back, soon The Expanse is gonna be back, so, for my schedule, I wanted a short show. The Queen's Gambit was out not so long ago, and so many people are saying so many good stuff about it. I wanted to try it, so I thought, why not for a reaction video? And I was right to try it, because this is such a good show with just one episode. They convinced me that this is a good show and that I can love it really quick. This show has the three things that I love into shows. The fact that it's good characters, which are evolving with good main characters, but also good other characters, second characters or minor characters, I don't know how to say it, with a good story, which is well written because of how it's written, the lines, the scenes and all of that, but also how it's done, the rhythm of it, the atmosphere that they put into it, the colors of it, the music, all is really great, and also which is talking about big and interesting messages. And during the first episode we had already all of that. We discovered that girl. For now she's just a little girl, even if during the opening scene we saw her as an adult. I love that, that way of writing to show us in fact the end of the show in a short scene, to after that explain us why we ended like that. I love that idea, but it's also maybe impacting the way that I'm watching now the show, because of the fact that we saw her taking drugs with alcohol and then go to play chess, but it made me think that she was an addict, that she had an issue with that. And before watching the show I thought that it was gonna be about the story of this girl who became that woman, that chess master, and that was all, I thought that we were only gonna talk about that. And because of this opening scene and because of what we saw during this first episode, I think that this is more gonna be a story about how she became a chess master, but also how she became so addicted to drugs, how it impacted her life. Both of these stories are connected. We saw that during this first episode. She learned how to play chess so easily and she did it so well, and all because of the drugs that she was taking. But we saw also that without the drugs she thought at least that she couldn't do the same. That was an issue for her no matter what. And yes, during just one episode we already know what the show is gonna be about. The story of this addiction and the story of her career, in a way. We had already the presentation of minor characters, which were really great, because again, they were deeper than just one thing, Jolene, she was not just the friend of Beth, Elizabeth, I don't know how to name her, really. In just one episode she had at least four different names. She was not just her friend, she was there to teach her about the pills, about the boys, about stuff, in life, in social life. She was there to give her the pills when she knew that her friend needed it, but she was also there to tell her to calm down, when she was not polite with the new girl and all of that. See, in just one episode they managed to present us Elizabeth, her past, also her background with her parents. Her mother, who was crazy and who killed herself and who tried to kill also her daughter by the same way. Her father, who abandoned her. gave up on her at least. And we saw also her mood, how she's functioning, the fact that she's closed, you know, that she doesn't have really, you know, any emotion, the fact that she's hiding things. And we had also minor characters who were interesting because they were deeper than just one thing, you know, one role into the show. They had stuff, you know, for them also. They wrote it well, you know, the lines, the scenes, but also the rhythm of it, the fact that we had different timing, the fact that we had different way of writing scenes, you know, we had scenes happening just like that, and then happening quick to show us that time was passing, that she was learning stuff and all. We had parallels between stuff, symbolic scenes, you know, the fact that she was learning stuff about chess, and at the same time the fact that she knew nothing about social life, about boys and all, and the fact that they put that at the same time, that was interesting for the way of writing it. The colors also are really interesting. I talked about it during the review of the last episode. The fact that it's dark, you know, dark pictures right now, because this is a flashback, because this is a dark flashback, you know, this is the beginning of the story, and really during this first episode, all of what we learned about her past, the beginning of her addiction and all, a lot of things were really dark, so I think that it was because of that, but they didn't use the color black, you know, for that, they used brown, and I think that it's also a way to make a parallel with chess, you know, with the board, with the color of the board. Our clothes also are beige and brown, so that's really interesting, that's clever, you know, in the way of writing it. So see, good characters, major and minor, good story, how it's written really, but also how it's done, how it's produced, all is really meaningful, and also messages that they put into it with this drugs, you know, that they were giving to kids. Okay, at the end they know that this is wrong and it's forbidden, but during years they made these kids, you know, addict to drugs, and that's an interesting message, you know, that's an interesting thing to learn, to think about. Again, I love shows which are doing these three things, and in just one episode this show managed to do that, so I can love it really quick because of that, and also because this is an historic show based on a novel. The sphere of it is really great because I love that kind of story and that kind of character, you know, a woman who is fighting to get her place in a man world and all because of her abilities. I can really appreciate that. So a lot of stuff that I can love and a lot of stuff that I already liked a lot during the first episode. Even if the end of it was not great, she was not so clever during that moment, you know, when she was stealing these pills. I don't know the consequences of that, you know, what it's gonna be. She's gonna go to the hospital for sure, you know, to wash her stomach, but what's gonna happen after that? I mean, for the place, you know, how they're gonna treat her, but also the chess club, everything, you know. I don't know. I'm gonna discover that during this episode. I'm gonna stop this intro right now because I want to finish with natural lights, so I have to make a shorter intro than usually. Okay, let's go for this second episode! Did you know that you were taking pills?
They won't let me play anymore.
It's disappointed, I think. How old are you now? I hated these things when I was younger.
That's right, I'm 13.
You're lying about your age? The husband, really, it doesn't seem really interested.
You calling Elizabeth? Or is it Betty?
You should go back.
Fingers crossed. Oh, we're gonna say goodbye to Jolene?
Give them it up.
tell them you're grateful to be in a Christian home like this.
Joli.
Lillian, I'm sorry.
What?
Tu t'en tapes.
You didn't get adopted.
You're not gonna say goodbye to your other friend?
Be a good girl. Off we go.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, it hurts. Oh, I don't like that.
Home sweet home.
She grew up, you know, malicious. You understand what I mean? Like,
This is you.
she seems nice, the mother, at least. La tapisserie. Yeah. Oh, toutes les tapisseries sont horribles.
Of course it's all yours. The whole room. The whole room. Let's give a holler.
It's ugly, but if it's pleasing you, okay.
Home sweet home.
What does she have? Is leaving the house oftenly.
Our man has to travel quite a bit these days. Unless he likes to remind me. Keeps the roof over our heads. I always had it in my mind that one day playing in an orchestra. Always suffered from a terrible case of stage fright when I got pregnant. You have a child?
Ad.
We did, yes.
See? What I was saying, you know, during the intro, it's already less dark because the first episode it was the oldest flashback, the darkest one, and we are evolving for something newest and also shiniest.
Anyone?
She does.
A binomial is a mathematical expression containing two terms. Another fucking brain.
I was an Hermione Granger into my school, okay? And I was also the new girl in one of my schools, so really?
Is there a school chess club? What?
Already interest?
You could try out for junior cheerleader.
Don't do that. What?
Take a beer. There's any left.
Oi, oi! Be nice!
You should change clothes.
Be nice with the two of them!
I don't think he likes me very much.
Thank you, Captain
The
Obvious.
dolphin was actually his idea.
Oh, I don't like that idea.
They have chess sets. We can stop on the way back down.
Please!
Aren't we gonna look at the chess sets? Another time, dear.
You don't have the
I'm
money.
gonna start giving you 40 cents a week allowance. Save up and buy yourself a chess set.
With these clothes that she's buying you, you know that she doesn't have the money for that. Ah!
There might be a biography on Jose Capablanca.
You don't know
Yeah.
why it's...
Jose was a grandmaster. It was quite a long time ago now. What's a grandmaster? A genius player.
Now you're gonna learn some stories.
Okay, yeah. I see you, Herman. I wouldn't be caught dead in Ben Snyder's.
I really don't like you. And you're not even stopping?
Will you run over to Bradley's for me and pick up 3 packs of Chesterfields? Yes, ma'am.
You're saying, ma'am? You could really do things like that? It couldn't work now, for sure. Chess review? She's not gonna ask you for the rest of the money.
Is that enough to last till the end of October?
Hmm.
I think not. Doesn't look good and send you a check for $80. And only for the first year. I'm afraid you'll have to go without an allowance until Austin returns. Big chicks win? Who can say? Maybe I could get a job. A job? I want to buy clothes, but I suspect. You
No.
your chess tournaments. The only girls of your age who work are colored.
What is that?
Dear Mr. Scheibel,
What? You're gonna ask for his help.
It costs $5 to enter, and
Which means that we're gonna see him again. Oh, she's cozy. Your husband said that you had an issue, an earth issue.
Here you go.
Oh!
mobility medicine.
We don't like these pills. You're not gonna steal them from him? No, 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 no. I wanted it, you know, to not work, to punish. Of course it's gonna work. We know that it's gonna work. This is a story of how she became addicted.
Excuse you, Carmen. Talk to you, Margaret.
Ah! Did he? We're not gonna see him.
I'm gonna be late again tomorrow. I have something after school. Have you joined the club? I'm playing in that chess tournament. When you were my age, how did you broaden your social life? Did you
Ooh.
listen to something?
That was rough. I hope that they're gonna accept you, you know, she's a girl.
I don't have a rating.
Have you ever played in a tournament before?
No,
I'll put you in beginners.
I'm not a beginner.
Doesn't matter. If you're an unrated player, you go to beginners with people that are 1600.
Is it against any rule for me to be in the open?
Not exactly.
Put me in the open.
Nah. Test her. Please kill them in less than 1 hour. All of them. I mean kill. You know what